Oh man, decisions. So I'm really digging this twin carb, this twin Predator carb look. If you've been watching my previous videos, you know where I'm at with all this stuff. So yeah, I've got my work cut out for me, that's for sure. Stay tuned. All right, guys. So there's my two Predator carbs that I have. There's one there that's on top of my Cleveland Nascar intake that I did a video on that. You guys will know about that. And there's my other one. That's this particular one I scored with the original box, which I thought was cool. You hardly see that these days, you know, the original box surviving. I just thought that was cool to score that as well. Look at that, off-road use only. But yeah, you know, I'll just show you inside. This one's a little bit prettier, and it came with two tops. So that's got this plastic top on there. I don't know what that's all about. There's the original alloy top for it. You know, you can see it's got sort of like a tapered entry, you know, a bit of a velocity thing going on there. And you know, it's a little bit more blinged up, this particular one, nice and shiny. Yeah guys, so you know what I'll do, I'll eventually go through these and you know seek out some help also with who's a bit of an expert in rebuilding them, and that's the plan. I have got these two new old stock rebuild kits also scored way back. So like I said, I've had these two carbs now for 10 plus years, and same with these, and that was cool to get. And then I've got two of them, which you know is going to come in handy, and they got all the gaskets, springs, diaphragms, O-rings, whatever you need to rebuild these two carbs. So that was cool. Comes with two original decals as well. And you know, I mean, I think they just look cool. I mean, look at them. It's just a badass carburetor, I think. I mean, you know, everything's sweet on this. All the components are there. Everything works. You know, there's your entry. There's your variable Venturi doors. So eventually, you know, go over these two carbs, get them rebuilt, you know, pretty them up a little bit. And hopefully, you know, I don't know if you guys have watched my previous vids. The plan eventually, it's not going to happen overnight, but I thought, you know, there's a bit of a plan B going on. So the story is I want to complete a NASCAR themed Cleveland build with that intake and with the tri-power top that I'm going to do. And, you know, when I'm all done with that, if that for some reason doesn't work out, or it just backfires, you know, and it just doesn't make power, or you know, whatever, the plan is I've got a old school VN tunnel ram, 4V tunnel ram, and I love these two Predator carbs to be on top of that. And then, you know, I can switch over combos, the bottom end of cam, the compression, everything will be right. And I can muck around with inductions, you know, so if that NASCAR themed, you know, intake setup just doesn't work out, or if it's a total flop, I can always go, you know, the tunnel ram and twin carb setup, and then, you know, we'll really make some power for sure with that setup. There they are, they're mocked up. Everything's just roughly mocked up here. But, you know, that just looks cool on top of a manifold, I think, anyway. You know, I mean, check that out. It's like it's two, you know, two blocks of bricks on top of your intake as carburetors, you know what I mean? That just looks badass, I think. Yeah, so like I said, if you've watched those earlier vids, I mean, if my NASCAR intake with the tri-power setup doesn't work out, if that all turns to shit, the plan is I might just go this setup and, you know, do a bit of a ProStock build, and we'll see what kind of power he can turn out. You know, we may need to relive them Dyno Don Nicholson days when he ran his two Ken diggers on top of his Cleveland. So